What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today with more Zeepkist, and it's been a while since we've played Zeepkist, but I finally decided to get back and build a track, and the reason why is Zeepkist is going to be getting trains. A long time ago, Yannick, the dev, he tweeted a teaser of a monorail, and we've been bugging him ever since to put the monorail in the game, and apparently we're finally going to get it in an update that's coming up soon. So I'm really excited for that, and I decided, you know what, I got to get back into track building. So I built this amazing track, which I think is sort of like a Miami kind of themed with the colors, and it's a really, really cool track. I was watching F1, and I decided to make a track that, you know, really rewards you for taking the proper line. You can see there on that first turn, we had to go wide outside to make it. This line, we have to go wide as well to keep the speed up. Then we got to sort of cut across here, keep this next turn wide, and then cut in sharp across the apex. And really, it's just a track that's rewards you for being a good driver, which obviously I am not. To be honest, I watched a video that talked about F1 racing lines, and how F1 drivers don't pick the line that an average amateur driver would pick, because the amateur driver kind of picks like an inside apex, whereas an F1 driver will pick a line that maximizes the speed both in and out of the corner, and ideally maximize the speed on any straight coming up after the corner. And I tried to sort of do a similar thing with Zeepkist. Now, obviously, we don't have engines in Zeepkist, but trying to make a line that really rewards you for, you know, for driving smoothly through the proper, you know, apex area is really what I was after. And there we go, we got a 51. Still better than author time, but I guarantee you people can go a lot faster if they don't suck. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and let's jump right into that public lobby. Anyway, you guys ready?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Sir.
All right, here we go. New track.
Let's go.
I've gotten really original with my track names. I've started a new track naming convention called A New Track 01.
Nice.
Gonna make another one
good.
called
Yeah.
A New Track 02, and so on and so forth.
The imagination.
This implies
is crazy.
more tracks.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
What, to make the track name?
Oh yeah, the name.
I spent
just the
all
name.
night on it. Like, really, it was an
Cool.
all-night sort of thing.
I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very good name.
Yeah, it took a lot.
Oh, it's got speed checks. You mean?
Well, no, not really. I mean,
Okay.
you can brake and stuff if you want, but it's one of those, like, you won't make some of these corners if your tires are burning, because you'll just slide to the outside, like I just did, and go off the track.
Right. Aye.
I really,
Right,
what it
right,
was is
right.
I was watching F1, right? And I watched, like...
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, and then I watched, I was watching a documentary that was talking about, this guy on YouTube who was talking about, like, F1 racing lines, and how the racing line that you take in an F1 car is different from other cars because they have such extreme braking and extreme acceleration that you want to be, like, straight as quickly as possible. So taking the apex is not always the fastest line. And then I was like, well, how can I make a Zeepkist track that encourages you to, like, take an outside line to go faster than if you take an inside line, right? And that's sort of what started this whole kerfuffle.
Bro, I think we watched the same documentary.
Did we?
I saw a thumbnail of that.
Yeah,
You
so
can
I
watch that
watched it and
recently.
I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And then I was like, well, I want to make a track that, like, there's a lot of lines in this that you have to stay wide and then cut in later, you know, because if you cut in too early, you're going to miss it.
Now, whenever I drive around town, I like implement that technique. You know?
Yeah, you
Because I
cut off
basically
the
have an F1,
left
so-
lane before you turn
Dude,
right.
I do that. I mean, if they're far behind me, screw them. You know?
Yeah, just like trucks do.
Like what?
I like this.
But
I
anyway,
like taking shortcuts on like roundabouts.
yeah, it's a smooth track. It's just, you got to take a lot of outside lines to then cut in, which is like to go faster. It's kind of neat. And again, if your tires
this is
burn,
hard.
then it's going to screw you over.
Right. Don't let them tires burn.
But it's very
Oh,
flowy. It's not like super quick. It's just flowy and
I like it. Yeah, I like how you almost, you know, kind of like become weightless in some spots, and you have to just cruise over the.
all right. I put down a time, but I'm really slow at the end.
It got tight in the
Yeah.
end. Yeah,
I barely got
messed
across.
up.
Yeah, the end is almost a speed check, but not really. It was worse before, where if you weren't going, like I had it, and then I brought the hill down because I'm like, there's no way. Like I want it to be, you know, flowy, but not the worst speed check you've ever seen in your life.
Yes, please,
Cosmo,
no
get
speed checks.
overtaked.
What?
Get
How dare
overtaked.
you?
And
How
then I
dare you.
wanted lots of checkpoints so that you could keep an eye on your splits going through each of the flowy sections. Was the big
Bro, I
I
haven't played Zeepkist in
Very
like a
cold
month,
right now.
so I'm just, you know, warming up.
Yeah.
Oh, I died.
I figured Ronan would like this track. It seems like right up his alley of like...
You
So
say that
cool.
with every track you build. You're like, I think Ronan's gonna like this one.
I know, Ronan's like my
really
number
think
one
Ronan's gonna
influence.
approve of
Really
my
seeks
track.
my approval.
I really hope Daddy Ronan approves of my
Yeah,
track.
I know.
this
That's what
year.
I'm after, man. Every track, I'm trying to get Ronan's approval. That's all I'm looking for.
You know, you're like a day late for the December playlist.
Oh, really?
I think they said I made it on. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Do you like the Miami colors on this track? I was like, I saw
do. The color scheme are
Good
the
colors.
black
Very
palm.
good.
I was thinking of like the Miami sunset where it's like the black palm trees on the background, but then it was too dark with the nighttime background, so I put a
Yeah.
daytime background on it, so it'd be easier to see.
Oh boy.
But
That's
yeah.
fun.
I love this track just because it's one of the tracks that I've built where it
I
feels
just
like
checked.
really rewarding to get a faster time. And it feels like every run I do, I can go slightly faster just by making slight changes to my run, you know?
I was fast, but now I'm slow. I hope I can make it up the final hill. Oh man. Oh man.
And it's all about using that your
Yeah.
joystick smooth. Yeah, like look, I went from a 0.1 up to a 0.3 down because I took the line way wider than I should have.
This is hard.
Just trying to get
So
some
can I
good
put-
tracks for that con campaign, you know, that's gonna be added. That you know, everyone's.
I was about to say, like, can I put this in the adventure mode?
God dang it! I slower at the finish. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can always use any of my tracks for adventure mode. I don't care. You might want to set your own author times because they'll probably be better than mine, though. But
They wouldn't be author times anymore, though. I reckon they might be more like
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yannick
guess. But for the
times.
purposes of
Developer times.
medals, like my times aren't great. I know my author time on this is like a 50 something. Like I did not get into the 48s like these guys did.
I know Trackmania Turbo, they did something like the Super Trackmaster medals, where they just got like super quick players to play their maps.
Oh,
and it was
really?
like the medal above author time.
I was always wondering about that because you see these Trackmania times that are insane, and I'm like, there's no way the devs spent like all this time learning, you know, all the tricks of their own game, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure the devs are pretty good at driving, but
Yeah, up to a point, because like
yeah,
I play the game a lot, so like I kind of get the mechanics. But then other people, they just no life it, like Ronan, and they just beat me all the time.
yeah, exactly. Or like just Mackie.
I have a life. It just happens to be in line with Zeepkist, okay?
Your life is very Zeepkist influence. Yeah, see, my author time's a 53.8. Like, that's how slow I was coming up that final hill.
Mine's at 55.3 right now, so
Yeah, well, now the tops are in the 48s. I'm in a 50.7. I love my favorite corner in this. So the first corner I really like. I love the fact that you have to keep your wheels from burning to avoid sliding off that first corner. And then going over the pink hill, the crested pink hill, if you stay on the outside line, you'll get a little bit of air off that hill, which is how you know that you're actually going like fast enough, like the sort of top speed. It's hard to do. You have to cut like inside smoothly on that little wiggly section and then stay wide and you'll get that. But my favorite corner is when you cross over the track and then you come back in, you have to take that corner like super wide and then cut across the apex and it just feels really good. That's my favorite. And then you go under the
But-
tunnel.
it's really good to hunt this track.
Oh.
I like how St. Nicholas says, unique as spammy viewer confirmed. Yeah, so there's this YouTuber and he's doing like a Trackmania run of, I think it's Turbo.
Okay.
But I knew of the Super Track medals before because when Zeepkist first came out, there was this big Trackmania YouTube Twitch guy who played Zeepkist for a bit. And then it turned out he was like cheating in a lot of his runs in Trackmania.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, how is he cheating in Zeepkist? Did he figure out the engine thing? Like he's...
No, he cheated in Trackmania, and what he did, he just slowed the game down.
Oh,
So, like he
So he could
like,
have
get
reaction
insanely
time.
accurate stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
but apparently he also did that while recording Super Trackmaster medals for Trackmania Turbo,
That's interesting.
and everyone was like really upset with him, and he just quit streaming and YouTubing altogether.
I mean, to be fair, if you really wanted to cheat in Trackmania, just use like a task run and submit it as a player run, right? Like that's what they all... I'd actually be
they-
curious to see some task runs of
They
Zeepkist.
have ways of figuring it out.
There
now,
is a
though,
mod
like,
now.
it's-
There's a task mod for Zeepkist.
Mm-hmm.
And
can
yeah,
only use it
Trackmania's
offline,
got a
obviously,
crazy replay system where they can tell that it's not like human possible inputs.
Yeah, they started analyzing like the inputs of players,
Yeah.
and at
it's
some
just
point
not
you could like
feasible.
very obviously see that he was, you know, spoofing the system. At first, I was like defending him because like it seemed so strange that someone would just like cheat all of his runs. But then like once the evidence came out, I was like, oh yeah, well, dude, I mean, yeah, yikes.
Yeah, pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I burned
It
my
was
tires
me.
twice this
I was
run.
the guy.
it was Cosmo,
It was me.
the famous Trackmania streamer Cosmo.
Yep.
Man, if you take one corner wide on this track, your time can just be shot. I took a corner, I went from 0.1 to 0.8 in the negatives, just from taking a corner slightly too wide.
I'm so rusty, man. Like
Yeah. I'm
the
really
only
rusty
sector I
too.
can do kind of good is the first one, and after that it's all just meh.
I really like the switchback turn right before the finish.
Oh yeah,
But
I like that one.
I've only gotten up to the hill of the finish. I keep getting speed checked.
Yeah, you need a little bit of speed to make it to the finish. Oh, I just went 0.6 up. What? How did I do that?
Oof.
0.6. Oh my god.
Like I'm
I'm
0.6
16.
green, but now I'm down to 0.3. It was one of those, I took a faster line for one checkpoint, but it's slower for the rest of the checkpoints.
No, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I am second
Oh
to
yeah.
last.
Y-
Oh
yeah,
my
I've done
God.
that.
Oh my god, and
I
then I
keep
got speed
losing
checked on the
speed at the
hill.
end.
God dang it.
You can lose a lot of speed just before the end, and that can really mess up your time.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
if you
follow Khan, I'm right behind him
if
now.
you accidentally take, I
Oh.
just messed up that line. If you accidentally take a jump at the end there, like you accidentally do a little bit of a bump rather than staying smooth through those S's, then you're done. You don't keep enough speed. That speed check makes me cry. Yeah, well, you know, you gotta. I just hope that, you know, Daddy Ronan really likes this track. Otherwise,
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
it's got to make the playlist, you know.
Man, maybe January.
See, look at that. I'm already disappointed.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I gotta keep going. I won't-
1.7 up. Oh my god.
This is the last run, by the way, if you're on one.
Just gonna go yeet.
0.4 up still? No,
I-
I'm not.
I
I'm
burned
slow
this
as
so
heck.
bad. This run's
Yeah,
terrible.
that was my best run.
I'm such a bad player.
Cool track, bro. I liked it.
4.8,
Yeah, really.
4.9.
That was good.
At the
can't
end, I
wait
just
for-
slow down so much.
I can't wait for a new track too.
Yeah, right? Can be great.
Great.
God, I screw up the end because I went too inside. I get so excited about the end and then I'll like cut it inside and you can't. You gotta stay in the middle and now I speed checked myself. Ah, god dang it. GG. I couldn't beat the 50-second barrier.
I died just before the finish, and then my body rolled into the finish. That's
Look
how
at-
good I
Look
am.
at Mackie, 0.9 up on everybody else.
Oh, he's
Like,
insane.
That's
Honestly,
ridiculous.
Crazy.
Well, GG's. Thanks for playing my track. I know it's been a while since I built a track, but, you know, I just
I
had
had
some
fun.
inspiration and
So
wanted to build
lit.
something nice and smooth and flowy, which is a little bit different than what I normally do. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure, of course, you check out the other guys and like, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.